Welcome to Two Grooms.
In a pod.
You said that real fast. You was worried I was going to jump in there.
In
In a pod.
So fast.
Welcome to Two Grooms.
In a pod.
And I'm Cleo.
And I'm Shannon.
And so we have a great episode for you guys today. We're going to be doing a series. That's the word I couldn't think of earlier. A series on fitness journeys and talking to different people at different stages of their fitness journey. Today we'll be talking to Lorenzo Lowery, who is a very smart man, who has undergone a big fitness transformation. What did you think about the interview we had with Lorenzo, who happens to be a dedicated listener? We got to figure out a name for our listeners.
Okay.
Child, I almost said groomer. That's not the word.
Not good.
To our groomers. No.
You need to put it out to the audience.
Yes, audience, please, in the comments, what should we call our listeners? Our supporters.
Fans. Yeah.
I love listening to others. Well, I guess I'm not going to promote somebody else's show, but I love listening to a show that kind of has a nickname for their supporters. Okay. So I don't know. What can we? I don't know. Help us.
Yeah.
Help us.
We're out of ideas right now. So.
Yeah. But what did you think of Lorenzo in the interview?
It was great. He offered some motivation for me. Some, words of wisdom in this whole journey that we're trying to take to become healthier and lose the weight.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was really good. So we pre-recorded it earlier, and so we're going to attach it to this episode for you guys to listen to. But before we get into that part of the interview, I just want to talk about a few things. The first thing I want to talk about is our local Popeyes. Okay. Now, our local Popeyes, I'm talking about Popeyes.
As we talk about working out.
Restaurant.
You're talking about food.
Well, I'm talking about it because that's what we had for dinner today. Okay.
All right.
Listen, Linda, ain't no faking the funk. Okay. So I picked up Popeyes today, and Popeyes is hit or miss. I was going to go to Chicken Express, but her line was too long. And I looked over to Popeyes, whose line should be long. It wasn't.
Because everybody knows.
Because everybody knows Popeyes stay with the bullshit.
Right.
So
all the time.
I went over to Popeyes, got in the line. There was one car in front of me. I'm sitting they were already at the drive-through window, which I didn't know. So I'm sitting at the speaker where you in the lane to make the order. A good 3 minutes. Nobody says, "Come on, stop." Nobody says anything. So I just pull on up to the window. I'm not playing that game with you. I pull up to the window and I go, "Sorry," I'm real nice. "Sorry, I didn't hear anyone say they'll be with me, so I just figured it's fine." She says, "Fine. What do you want?" And I order my chicken. I say, "I want no white meat." Really what I'm saying is breast. But for some reason, when you say no breast, they end up putting breast in there.
They do. So
I just say all dark meat. I start there. And then they go, "Well, we got to give you some. We can't give you all."
They don't like substituting.
Then I go, "Okay, well, just as little as you can, please."
And that means they give you the same amount.
But then they give me wings with the thighs and the legs, which is what I really want. I wanted wings all along. So my evil plan worked.
Right.
And we got all our chicken with no wings. So with no breast. And so I only had to wait a little bit for the biscuits. Which I'm not a fan of their biscuits anymore. And these, but you throw some butter and honey on them and grape jelly. It's good. So they got it right today, which is a rarity. So I want to shout out to Popeyes today for getting it right, because the reason why I'm doing it is because usually when we talk about restaurants, we talk about how bad the service was. So I want to not always be negative
I mean, we kind of don't go there often because of that.
We don't go there often. That's why I was like, okay, well, girl, the line Chicken Express is. let me hop over here and see. Let me hop over here and get this bad service again. But I was surprised.
Okay.
The service was not bad. The service was expedient, if you will. Okay.
I think we probably should lay off of it.
Oh well. Oh, most definitely. We're on our journey now.
Yes.
Yes, our journey starts Monday.
How about Sunday? Monday?
Monday, girl. You know you're not gonna want to start Sunday.
I might start Saturday.
Okay. Okay.
Well, Monday's a holiday.
So, okay. So what you saying?
We should. Okay, Monday. I want to support you.
I mean, we can start Tuesday.
No, not Tuesday.
What are you saying?
You're always busy.
You're trying to say so if we don't start on Monday, we start on Tuesday. That's going to kill the week.
No, I'm just saying the weekend because we have more time to kind of get there and come home and relax and chill Sunday, and then
I'm just thinking like Sunday's going to be prep, figuring out what we're going to do, blah blah blah, pick up the food.
So you're already making excuses.
No, I'm saying Sunday's going to be prepped, so that's why I did originally said Monday. I'm already going to have a cheat day on Tuesday because I'm going out of town with my students to go see the play in the Heights, and we're going to go to a restaurant, and I'm going to stop somewhere and eat.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to try to eat well. Got to start somewhere.
All right.
I mean, you know,
baby steps.
So anyway. Y'all like, what are they talking about? Okay, so a couple other things I've been taking notes throughout the week about things I wanted to talk about on the podcast. I'm thinking two things. Have you ever quit a job? And if you quit that job, what was your reason for quitting the job? Like, besides, I'm leaving this job because I got a new one. Have you ever just like, I'm quitting this job and I'll take whatever I get. It don't matter what I get. I got to get out of this place. Have you ever quit a job before?
Yeah, lots of times. It depends. There were times when I quit because of money. Sometimes I quit because I just hated the atmosphere. Then there were times when I knew I wanted to be challenged. It was something better, as far as the responsibilities of a job. But I think in the last several years, I quit probably because of money and responsibility.
To go make more money?
To make more money.
And have less responsibility?
No, have more responsibilities, actually.
Okay.
How about you?
I feel like I have done the similar things, quit for more money, the responsibility, more responsibility as well. But as a child, as a kid, in my teens and 20s, oh girl, I would quit because I didn't, I remember one time I was working at Starbucks and I was so happy to work at Starbucks. They had good benefits. But I did not want to make coffee. I was in training. They had me taking out the trash, cleaning up. I could work the cash register. I could work the cooked foods. Oh, we need a smoked bacon Gouda. Okay, gotcha, girl. Blah, 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 blah. I'm on it. They're like, okay, Cleo, next week we're gonna put you on the drinks. Girl, no, I don't want that. I don't want to be on the drinks, girl.
Why?
Because people put too much pressure on you.
Okay.
People are particular about their mocha chocolate. What are you bouncing like over there like a? They're really particular.
My needs are going crazy.
And I just didn't want that pressure. I didn't want anybody standing over me.
It looks like a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. And I admire those people who they're so confident in their coffee making. And they're like, order for Jen. They're just like, and they're just going. You can stare at them all day. They don't care. 2 pumps.
They're in it.
Like they're just doing it. And I didn't have that confidence. So you know what I did? I called, no show, left my first check.
How long had you been working there?
It was my first check, so it wasn't that long. It was like maybe 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
I mean, I've left jobs because of what I was doing. I hated it, when in my earlier career. Like, I can't do this. I can't do retail. I'm tired of standing up. I'm tired of looking at people steal. I'm tired of asking or answering stupid questions.
Right.
Do you have any more of this? Have any more of that? Can I get a discount? Whatever. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, a job I had to work one time was when it was for a company similar to TJ Maxx. I'm not saying it was or wasn't TJ Maxx, it was similar. But they had me on graveyard shift, the restocking.
Oh. And
I worked with some of the most ghetto people I had ever met before in my life. And I don't know if you could tell, I'm kind of I'm a little Becky-ish sometimes.
A little snooty?
Is that what it is?
How should I put it?
I don't know. There's no really. I'm really interested to hear how you gonna put it. How should you put it? That's a good question.
I'll keep it to myself.
How should you put it? Put it in the mic. Say it in the mic.
I'll keep it to myself.
Say it with your chest. Don't put don't. If you got something, the problem is you ain't got nothing on your mind. You ain't got nothing.
I do.
Well, then say it. Say it.
Can't.
Say it. Why can't you say it?
I said snooty, and you was like, I didn't want to say bougie or whatever.
What you got to say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I mean, my nickname in college was Fancy. Because I like fancy things.
Did your wallet say so?
How dare you?
Oh, that's a question.
Of course she did not. She was in college.
Sorry. You're practicing
college
for the future?
Yes.
Oh.
And she would date people who worked and who had coins.
Oh, yeah. One of those.
She was one of those girls.
So you didn't care about people who really had, a great personality and
of course
inside.
Of course I did.
Oh.
Of course I did.
But
I was not
to
averse to a gift. It is my love language.
Okay.
Just saying. So yeah, I've quit a job or two. Okay, so just a couple of just random things I've been thinking about, and in no particular order. I think as we get older, that I'm friends with people who are young, like 30s. And sometimes they say things about people who are older in their 60s. I'm like, bitch, I'm right around the corner.
They're talking about you.
Right, bitch, oh my gosh, they're this old and da-da-da-da-da. Like older people cannot be in tune to what's going on or up to date on their, what's the word I'm looking for? On trends. Let me tell you something. There's a reason why there's no 30-year-old presidents of universities or 30-year-old presidents of countries, because wisdom and age does matter. And I don't want to be that kind of old girl who's like putting down the youngins, because I'm not putting down the youngins. But watch yourself.
Well, I think your friends don't look at you that way.
They don't, because I have a young spirit.
We do, don't we?
Yes, you do.
Good answer. Good response.
I said what I said. I said the truth.
But yeah, I do get it. There are times when some of my younger friends may say stuff like, oh, that old head, this or
You're like, what makes him my old head, girl?
Right.
It's like we said before. I'm stealing this from some serious XM podcast web radio show I listen to. I think they're called the Smith Sisters. Shout out to the Smith Sisters podcast or radio show. What's the difference? One of the sisters said it's either talking about birthdays and getting older. It's either a milestone or a headstone. I'm like, girl, facts. So you lucky. Oh, your beard is so gray. You be lucky. You be so lucky. You be so lucky to be X number these digits.
Yeah.
You'd be so lucky.
Yeah.
Because people stay dying. I'm looking at the numbers. How was that one? Oh, she was 45. Oh, bitch. Could have been me.
You're gonna be doing that.
I do be doing that.
I don't have time.
Somebody else recently died. He was 62. I was like, oh shit. He made it. He made it further than I did.
I ain't got time.
I mean, I don't be obsessing, but I do pay attention to the numbers.
Okay.
Somebody's in their 20s, I'm like, oh, you think everything. But then I go, okay, you'll be 20-something forever. You'll be beautiful forever. But there's something to be said about being able to grow older and all that jazz. But watching young people, don't be disrespecting your elders out there in these streets.
Because they're aging too, so.
Right.
Even your friends who are in their, 30s or 40s, there's some younger kids.
Girl,
all them yes, too.
Yes, so. Most definitely. But that's the thing about as you get older, you just realize some things that the younger people just can't realize because they haven't been through it yet. And so sometimes, but what you do learn as you get older, though, is to really keep your mouth shut. You really do. That's what you learn as you get older, I think. You learn, you know what, girl, this ain't worth my energy. I'm not.
True.
I'm not.
Your battles and you keep your fat mouth shut when you need to.
Okay, Randy. He loved quoting Precious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times when you just let it go.
Just let it go.
It's not even worth it.
It's not even worth it. But when we do start to come back with a comeback, you better know it's on. When we do decide to be like, oh, well, and another thing. Oh, well, then if we decide we got time today, we're going to go to the mat.
Right.
When we decide we got time today, the older people, we going to the mat, girl. We're not tapping out. So just be careful to decide if you want some of that. Just be careful. Be careful. So I was talking to one of my friends the other night, and he was asking, oh, what did y'all have for dinner? And I was telling him how I made this pork al pastor, marinated it, the pork, sliced it, did the guajillo peppers, the chili peppers, the adobo, the pineapple juice, yada.
I remember because I was in the store getting all of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I sat up in the kitchen and cooked it all. So it was really great, equal labor there. Right. So, yeah, you kind of said that like somehow you did something extra. So you're trying to say you went and got the groceries for the food.
And cleaned up.
That you were going to eat. It took you shorter time to do all those things than it took me to make it. So let's not get into that, please. Let's not do a tit for tat.
But they haven't seen the kitchen after you've finished cooking.
It takes you a good 20 minutes to clean up the kitchen after I finish cooking. Maybe 30. It don't take you hours to clean it up.
I have to do it in shifts.
It takes hours for me to cook the food. Hours.
But you like it.
Well, it's me.
I don't like cleaning.
Well, that's the deal, buddy. If you don't like cleaning, hire a maid.
We need to renegotiate.
I don't think so. Because one of my friends said, does Shannon ever cook? After I was telling him about the meal that we had. And I was like, he said, can Shannon cook? And I said, let me tell you about Shannon's cooking.
Yes.
Can I tell you about the
Shannon can cook?
Let me tell you about Shannon's cooking, y'all. We're gonna take the most. What's one of the most simplest dishes to make? What is one of the most simplest dishes to make? To me, one of the most simplest dishes to make is the all-American hot dog. So the first time I had Shannon make me a hot dog, I thought, hey, this is safe. I will say he does scramble an egg well. He scrambles an egg well. Now, I gotta give you that. You can scramble an egg. So he's not one of those people who can't boil water. He's not that bad. But I did ask Shannon to boil me a hot dog one day. I come back, girl. The hot dog has exploded in the water, girl.
It's supposed to bust open.
And that's what he said. He said, girl, who is cooking exploding hot dogs? Nobody.
Everybody.
Nobody. When you go to Sonic, when you go to Sonic and you order a chili cheese dog, the cheese dog is not exploding.
It's not done.
It is done. If it wasn't done, they wouldn't serve it to you. There's no restaurant. No. There is no restaurant in America that sells chili dogs busted open because they overboil.
Every cookout you go to, they don't have no hot dogs that are not well cooked.
Who got busted open hot dogs when you go?
Every cookout I've been to.
Cookout. You talking about black folks burning hot dogs on grills and stuff? That's not burnt. That is not the same thing. I don't go to no cookout where they don't boil the hot dogs to explosion. Now I've seen hot dogs cut so that you can get the grill flavor and smoked on the grill and stuff like that. But boil hot dogs until it explodes. Because what's happening, people? The juice, the flavor of the hot dog is getting into the water.
It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
This is why I don't fuck with his hot dogs and his cooking is questionable.
And his stuff is uncooked.
Okay, that is so not true. Okay. Now, I need y'all to come in the comments on this one.
Yeah.
Are you cooking your hot dogs to explosion? Are your hot dogs exploding like Shannon?
It doesn't always
like Shannon exploding in the water.
It doesn't always explode.
You like it? I like it well always cooked. Cook it, and you define well cooked as exploded in the water. Don't switch it up now.
Bring the comment.
Don't switch it up now. In the comments, we need to hear from you, people.
Nobody wants.
Are you cooking your cooking your hot dogs to explosion? Okay, this is criminal.
It is.
Okay, I need all the top chefs. I need Gordon Ramsay. I need.
By going to him.
He's
not invited to the cookout.
I need whoever. I need y'all to come here. Cartier Brown. Oh, sorry, Cartier Brown. Girl, sorry. Cartier Brown, Miss Brown. I need you to comment. I need the chefs. Give me some more black chefs' names.
I don't care.
I need y'all to comment in this.
I know what I like.
And who else? Who else? Top chefs, master chefs, yes chefs, all you cooking show chefs, the next 24-hour chefs, comment. It's not about what you like. It's about if it's done or not. Are you doing too much? It's fine. You can say, I love my food burnt and smoking. That's fine.
I don't like burnt food.
I'm not saying you do. Listen, I'm saying an example. It's fine if you do like your food burnt and smoking, but we can acknowledge though that it's overcooked and it's burnt. Sorry, if that was the case, it's not the case. But if that was the case, so you just saying, "Oh, well, that's how I like it. It don't matter. That's how I like it." That's fine if that's how you like it. That's not the argument. The argument is it overcooked? The argument is he doing too much?
No,
that's the argument.
No,
okay. And I already know. You know, it's like 2 + 2 = 4, girl. I don't need nobody to tell me, but I already know, girl. I already know. But go ahead and tell me, because somebody living in
I don't know what kind of barbecue
the land of delusion over here.
If your sausage and your hot dog didn't split open,
they may split open from the heat on a grill is very different than splitting open from boiling in water.
Then if you boil in the water, that takes longer to cook. Because on the grill, it's fire.
Anyway,
right?
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
And I don't care if not one person agrees. I know the answer.
It's gonna be way more than one.
Oh, it ain't gonna be that.
You'll be surprised.
It ain't gonna be that. Okay, so the last thought that came to me to talk about was: are you a bad husband, wife, son, daughter, friend if you constantly don't remember birthdays and anniversaries, and if that's just like not your thing, if you don't remember these dates, are you bad?
Yes.
So you were bad the first time you misunderstood our wedding as
No.
anniversary because you were like thought that it was on a different day.
I wasn't bad.
Okay, so you don't believe that then? So why you say yes?
Don't be doing that.
Don't be doing what?
Because you can't talk.
I know. I'm not trying to talk.
You missed mighty few days.
I am really bad.
So don't do it.
I'm bad at dates, and I haven't said how I feel about it. I don't think people are bad. I think some people just don't have the capacity to just remember all the minutiae. There's so many birthdays. In the larger your family is, right, and then you have friends, and then you have coworkers, and you have it's just too many occasions to remember to me.
That's why you have a phone. That's
exactly.
Smart. So if
someone just says to you, "Hey, do you know what my birthday is?" Girl, no. I know it's in August.
That's different, but my thing is if you miss it on the day of, if someone comes to ask you what's your mom's birthday or whatever, that's a little different, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
What if you don't remember it? Or if you miss it. If you miss it, sure.
Yeah, I think if you miss,
because you didn't have it written down, no
dates,
alerts.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you should have alerts. And okay, I mean, I can see that. I can see that.
Okay.
But I could also see being forgiven if you did not.
We're not talking about forgiveness, right? That wasn't your question.
No, right? It was not. But we agree that people aren't bad people. They're just some people who don't have the capacity, and maybe they should be a little bit more organized and just organize their calendar better, put some alerts in for those important dates. I think that's what we're coming to here.
I understand forgetting some people's, but your core people, like your family.
Maybe you have a big core. Like I remember
your best friend. You would know. You should know.
It took
your
me
mother, father, sister, brother.
It took me years to remember my best friend's birthday, and his birthday is like 2 days before mine, and I still have questions. I'm like, is it that day? Is it the 8th or is it the 5th? I'm pretty sure it's the 8th. And I think there needs to be a little kindness and understanding for people like me who can't just remember it off the top of their heads and kind of have to go to the phone or, who need a personal assistant.
Okay.
I
mean, you can get grace on not remembering off the fly, but when that day comes, you should have enough reminders a week in advance, a month in advance. Okay, it's coming. I always forget it every year. That's
okay.
That's a little bit much.
That's fair. Okay, well, now we're going to get into the second part of our episode, and with Lorenzo Lowery, and I hope you guys enjoy. Lorenzo is he works for.
We can't talk about it too much.
Yeah, we can talk.
Yeah,
Lorenzo has a good job. He has a good job, and he's smart, and he has gone on a journey. Electrician, yes. but fancy. And he has gone on a journey, a weight loss journey. He's gone through ups and downs. He's a 46-year-old man who decided back in 2018 to get bariatric surgery, and we talked to him about that journey. And yeah, enjoy, and we'll see y'all next time on the
Two Crumbs in a Pie.
Yeah, Two Groups in a Pie.
You forgot the name? What's
Listen,
going on?
I forget people's names in front of me, and I know I've been saying their names all week. I'll be in rehearsal with students, and I'll be like,
You have a lot going on.
people be like, it's Monica. I know. It just wasn't coming to me. Like, I know it. It's not gonna go, oh really? No, it's like, yes, I knew that. It wasn't coming to me in the moment. But anyway,
You have my grace and understanding.
thank you. Like I said, up next, if you stayed this long, up next is Lorenzo Lowery talking about his fitness journey, and yeah, ta-ta.
Bye. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, hello everyone, and welcome to Two Grooms in a Pod. In this segment, we're going to be talking to Lorenzo Lowery, who has been on a really fantastic, want to say, impressive fitness journey. And I follow Lorenzo on social media, and I messaged him and I was like, hey, we would love to have you on the podcast because a lot of people want to know how to do it. Everyone's looking for the magic pill. So I figured we're going to do like a fitness kind of like, what do you call it? When it's like like we're going to do like a,
What?
when you're doing like,
segment? Well,
like a variety of them, like multiple, like a fitness segment, a fitness, we're gonna do a fitness theme, okay? So like various episodes we'll bring in somebody to talk about fitness and what it means to be fit, blah blah blah. So we're gonna start that off with Lorenzo. So Lorenzo, thank you so much for being here. How are you today?
I'm excellent. Thank you for having me. This is an honor.
Oh, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule. We know you are a busy bee between work and in the gym. Fill the people in just a little bit on what you feel comfortable with, who you are, what you do for a living. Because sometimes people will use that as an excuse for why they can and what they can't do. So it'd be interesting to hear a little bit about that there.
Okay. Hey, Lorenzo Lowery, that's my name. I work in Newport News, Virginia, at the shipyard, Huntington Ingalls. I'm a deck electrician specialist by day,
Oh,
and I work on nuclear reactors for submarines
oh,
and aircraft carriers.
oh, he's
That's
smart.
it. That's it. That's all you need to know. Everything else is confidential
Okay.
information. Okay. That's what I do by day. By
Okay.
night, I am a level 2 mixed fit instructor. Mixed fit is a people inspired dance fitness program that uses body weight toning. We listen and use all kind of music, and we focus on the core, and you don't have to get on the floor. It's fun, it's repetitive. The songs are popular music. And that's what I do. I sub at One Life gyms all over the Hampton Road area here in Virginia. So I love fitness, and it has to become a part of your life. My mantra is, how bad do you want it? And when you get to the point that you're willing to do anything to take care of this, that's when it starts up here, gets down here, and then it gets to here. That's how it
Wow.
is. It has to
Okay.
start here. You have to have a made up mind.
Well, let's back up. Let's
Okay.
back up to the day you said, "Okay, enough is enough." But I'm sure you said enough is enough several times before that time.
Yes.
So, what was different about the last time, and then talk about the significant step that you took to make that happen.
Okay. I'm very transparent. 2018, I had the bariatric surgery. Okay. I had to go through my doctor, a psychological eval, see a nutritionalist. I did all of that. Why? Because I was working out. I love dance fitness. I've been dancing since high school.
Mm.
I'll be 46 next month. But the weight would always come and go, come and go, come and go. I didn't understand the variables of how to manage my weight. So
Mm.
I talked to my doctor. My BMI was over 35. It was pushing 40. So he said, "You're a good candidate for it. Let's do it." I did it. A majority of weight loss, it really is what you eat. It's not
Mm.
about exercise. It's about what you're putting in your body to fuel it. And once you learn how to eat properly, the exercise just catapults your body because what you feed yourself, you're fueling.
Mm.
I am not a nutritionalist, so I know that my best friend, and I have to give her a shout out if you don't mind,
Sure, of
Body by
course.
Drina, Ladrina Simmons. You can follow her at underscore Body by Drina. She is a personal trainer. She got me into Mixed Fit, and I met her in 2020. And she was, she has always taught me how to eat. And it's hard to learn how to eat correctly. But once you learn how to eat what you need to eat, portion control, and you realize what fuels your body, when you start to exercise, you're going to see results a lot faster.
Now, question: before you started this food journey, because you had your surgery in 2018, you met her in 2020. About how much had you lost at that point?
I started out at 305 before the surgery.
And how tall are you?
I am 5'5". I am short,
Proud 5'5".
proud 5'5". Okay. So at 305 and 5'5", I'm very rotund.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
No fat shaming. Hey, that's what it was.
yeah.
But I had the surgery, after the surgery, and you go through the healing process, you really cannot eat much. So you have to intake a lot of protein through liquids and light food. So I was working out, staying on top of drinking water, and the weight from April, it was about July, everything just started shredding
Mm.
and it just started getting smaller and smaller. Um, I had to incorporate weights, but I didn't know how to do it. So a year, when you get the surgery, you're good for like 3 years as long as you eat how you are taught to eat, small, you're good. But you'll lose the weight really fast. And the problem is, a lot of people don't know you have to lift weights because as you lose the fat, you're also losing muscle. And remember, the
Mm.
skin expands. So I know people who did so much cardio and then they had a lot of extra skin. I don't
Mm.
really have extra skin because by the time I met Ladrina, she was on me weights, 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 weights. And she
Mm.
was giving me a good food program. And I don't want to delve into what I eat because what I do works for me. It might not work for
Right.
the listener.
Sure,
But
sure.
I do strongly suggest that you get a trainer. You can always go to her at Instagram and message her. And I already told her what I was going to do because that's my best friend. And she said, "Hey, I have no problems training people one-on-one virtual. I can exchange. It's a business, but
Right, of course.
she
Yes, yeah.
has the information and she has a very high success rate."
Well, that's great.
So I have a question about, you mentioned that it's mostly what you eat,
Yes.
right? So lately I've been hearing a lot of the experts, online say that cardio and, things like that, whatever you do in the gym, right, doesn't really help you lose weight and get you where you need to be. So that's pretty valid according to you. It's
To me,
more,
I'm sorry.
go ahead. Mm.
No, yes, cardio is great. It gets your heart rate up. Your heart rate is up. Your metabolism is, you're burning calories. It's good. Weights help you to burn fat. Cardio helps you to sweat. It's going to get the water out, but the weights help you to burn fat. Now,
Hmm.
I know this, and I'm sure a lot of people will say, Carbohydrates, sugars, rice, noodles, sweets, that makes you feel full and it makes you bloated. That's why they say sugar is the enemy. And when you have a high protein intake, it satiates you, keeps you from feeling hungry longer. And foods high in fiber keep you full longer. Um, our metabolisms take it are like a campfire. If you want a fire to burn high and bright, you put dry wood on it because it burns fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fruits, vegetables, lean meats, they burn fast. They burn real fast. They keep, and you find yourself, I'm hungry all the time. That's because your metabolism's up. When you consume breads and sugar, carbs, it, it's like glue. It slows things down. You feel a little sluggish after you eat. And that also goes for what you drink. Alcohol, I know I got it. It's social. But alcohol has so much sugar in it, liquor, and it really gums up the works just like bread, cakes, cookies, pasta, rice. And so you can eat it, but it kind of slows down your process.
So take us back to the very beginning of your just the journey in terms of how you were feeling and the try and fails, just kind of talk to your experience on the journey before you actually went and made the decision.
Okay. I never was a little boy. I was what they call husky, big boy. Um, and I always got teased in high school, bubble butt, big booty Judy. Um, couldn't help it. I had my mom's curse. She was a brick house, and my dad was a football player. So I had the chest, and I had a small waist, and I had hips. Not good in high school. People are very cruel.
Right,
In today's scene, hey,
right,
look
you
at
pop
me.
it.
I can embrace it now because everybody wants to get a BBL. Like it's not all
Yeah.
that, trust me. But growing up, it was hard, and I got talked and teased about all the time. And even when I tried physical activities, trying out for basketball, um, you still got teased. And it is what it is. College, I got into dance, I got into gymnastics, I started to lose weight. I loved it. And then life happened. Um, I got married. I have a son. He is 20 years old. I'm divorced.
Oh,
I'm happily divorced and I'm in a relationship. 4 years now. Robert Terrell Lamar Bailey. He is a Zumba instructor. So we're definitely dance fitness up in this house.
right.
Um, and all throughout the time up until 2018, I tried to eat right. I tried to exercise and it didn't work. Once I had the surgery, my life completely changed because when they open you up, you better take it serious because you just
Yeah,
spent a lot of money.
yeah.
And so I did. Um, I'm not gonna lie, 2021, things were really rough, waiting for the divorce to be finalized. So I kind of let myself go. I had got back up to about 250 pounds. And it
From
was
what
unreal.
had you gotten down to?
I had got down to 195. I just got
Okay.
off the scale and I am back 195.8. Just checked my weight
Right.
right before I got here. So I'm, and that was with my clothes off. I would like to be 195 with my clothes on. So I got a few more pounds to lose. Um, I just feel better. And why do I want to lose? Why is my weight loss right there? Well, that's because I want the rest to be muscle. So right now I'm in my bulking season because I'm pretty much where I want to be weight wise. Now it's more so building. You see how brawny you gentlemen are? I got to get there because I got to build it up. Because
Gotcha.
Mhm.
I want to be brawny. I don't want to look, too small. There's body here. They got to catch up to down here.
Gotcha. I feel you.
So you're more focused on the way your body looks more so than the number of your weight. You're saying right now.
That's a really good question. I want it to look proportionate, first of all.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I do eat protein. I take protein shakes. I am currently not taking any weight loss medication. Um,
Mhm.
so right now it's just about eating healthy and making sure I am lifting weights that are comfortable and then uncomfortable, but keep my form good. That's one big thing you got to remember when it comes to lifting weights. Form is everything. You can
Mhm.
do 10 reps, I mean, a set of 10, and if only 6 of them are good and the other 4 are trash, then lower the weight so you can have a good set of 10. Don't let your ego get in the way because
Mhm.
fitness and weight loss is a journey.
Mhm.
I need to push that. It's a journey. So you have to
Mhm.
understand as you go through the journey, there are hairpin turns, loop de loops, setbacks, and you cannot be discouraged because it's a journey. You may fall off, get back on. You want to have somebody to hold you accountable. You guys had an
Mhm.
episode, I think it was not the last one with the DL guy who was 70, the one before that. And you guys were talking about accountability. And that is
Mhm.
so important. Get somebody who you
Mhm.
can deal with the fact that, no, girl, you're getting wide in all the wrong places. Push the foot
Right.
back. Let's go walk. You need somebody who you can be vulnerable with because
Yeah.
it is important that they're honest with you because you only see yourself this way. Your friend is
Mhm.
going to see you 360.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Mhm.
dominate this because I'm a
Yeah.
Gemini.
No, no. Now
No,
tell
you're fine.
me about how do you overcome the propensity that people have, and I say people, I'm talking about myself, and uh to just kind of give up sometimes before you even start because you're like, well, I failed so many times and I don't even want to try again sometimes because it's just like, girl, you gonna fuck it up again. So how do you what do you say to people who may be having that kind of thought in their head?
You got to talk to people with love. I'm going to tell you this love and being sincere and genuine is so important because nobody knows what this person is going through. When
Hmm.
you go in the gym and I see you post, I'm excited. Why? Because half of the battle was getting there. Okay. You
Hmm.
got there.
Hmm.
And every time you can go back to my post and I'm like, hey, I see you. Good job. And you just have to remain all the time encouraging people because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what their day is like. So I have a friend who's been trying and trying and trying, and he has been doing great. He's gonna have a pop out season pretty soon.
Hmm.
But he tried juicing, he tried intermittent fasting. He actually finally did um, talk to his doctor, and his doctor did prescribe Manjaro. And
Hmm.
he
Hmm.
has been taking that, but he coupled that with eating correctly and working out, and it's been working out for him. He loves it now. When he posts, no days off, no days off. And I'm proud of him. And I tell him, you know what? This is how it is because you kept pushing, you didn't stop. Don't stop.
Hmm.
Remember, it's a journey, and you got to remember how bad do you want it? That is going to be your kickoff. Because that's my
Yeah.
saying. How bad do you want it? How
Yeah.
Hmm.
bad do you want
So, so how since your journey started, what are some of the pitfalls or the negative things that you feel or you are presented with on your journey, and what are some of the highlights to that journey? That you've been going on.
it? That's a good question, and I love it. Um, as I go on this journey, I just bought my house in December of 2024. So therefore,
Congratulations.
thank you. Because baby,
Yeah.
that journey from a divorce
Yeah.
to getting something that is yours, this is mine. Um, so I make sure I have, I got a second job. I work part-time at Walmart.
Hmm.
Then move with the shipyard, but I also make sure I have time for fitness.
Hmm.
So sometimes if I cannot get in the gym, I have to monitor what I eat. I don't like to monitor what I eat too much because I want to live. I love food. I
Hmm.
work out extra hard so I can give myself Sunday. When I work, Sunday is the day I take myself or I take us out to eat. And I'm going to eat what I want to eat. And
Hmm.
that is my reward because I've earned it. And
Hmm.
when I have structure when it comes to eating then I reward myself, that is, I don't like the structure, but I know when I get to Sunday, I'm okay. It
Hmm.
is my reward. And I feel good. I'll eat very strict during the week because I'm giving myself one day. We have to learn to give ourselves grace in this journey because it cannot be all work and no relaxation. God,
Sure.
God rested on day 7. You got to give
Right.
yourself some kind of grace. Hello.
Hmm.
Now, in if you doing a perfect week, how many times would you say you work out during a perfect week?
I get to the gym. I try to get to the gym at least 3 times.
Hmm.
3 times during the week. Um, and if I happen to sub a class, then I always work out before I sub a class and then I go sub a
Hmm.
class. I'm not going to act like I'm living in the gym because sometimes I can't get there. So
Right.
I went and got this set from Amazon and it has a lot of resistant bands. And I just use that, sit, watch TV or just sit and
Mm.
listen to the podcast. Whatever
Hmm.
I'm doing, it's a lot of resistance. And as you can see, just here,
Yeah,
it works.
it
Our
does.
body,
Arms looking great.
thank you. Our body is a lot stronger than we give it credit for. You just sit here and depending on how you hold your wrist will determine what part of your bicep you will actually work out. So if you go in like this, you're working here. But if you go like this, you're working here. You turn it out, it's getting right here. So
Mm-hmm.
sitting down at work in the office, you can start contract, release, contract,
Hmm.
release. I know we got some friends, mutual friends, Nicholas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Nicholas Bratcher. The wait,
oh,
wait.
he is my long-term goal. What I want to
All right.
I would
Oh
love
well.
to compete, but right now I'm working on getting this body together. And
Uh-huh.
he reached out to me a couple of times. Hey, if you're serious, I got a program. And I know that program is going to be extra work.
Right.
So I'm gonna stick with what's working for me. And then when I have the time to get serious, that's where I'm headed. But
I
yes,
love it. I love that.
Yeah. So, question. Can you talk a little bit about the difference between wanting to change and doing what it takes to get to your goal?
okay, that's a very
And what shifted
good
for you
question.
in that balance?
Okay, um, our minds are tricky because in our mind we know what we need. This overrides that a lot. This gut,
Hmm.
no, I'm hungry. So
Yeah.
with all of that, you have to have a made up mind. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do anything, stick to it, no matter what. Once your
Hmm.
mind is made up, you are unstoppable. It's
Awesome.
gonna
Hmm.
be, like I said, get you somebody who is gonna hold you accountable, who's gonna be like, you shouldn't be eating that. And you have to be open too. I mean, how many
Yeah.
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
I love fried food. I like French fries.
Mhm.
I love sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
My biggest weakness, my kryptonite are cupcakes and
Hmm.
chocolate chip cookies. I live in
Oh.
a house with a man who his Instagram, he does Terrell Lamar sweets and treats. He dips
Hmm.
strawberries, pretzels. He makes cookies from scratch.
Hmm.
You know, I said, you are the devil incarnate. Hey, let none of these taste. Try this. If I eat anything, it's like, oh God, I have to leave and I got to go to the gym because of guilt. I'm like, it tastes so good. That's it. That's the thing. And I know that if I'm going to do this, okay, I only can eat so much and then I got to go. And he's like, okay, okay, okay. He understands. He's going to support me. I try to support him, but he knows, all right, that's enough. So you have to have a made up mind. You have to have a support system, and you have to be willing to take the criticism from your support system because that's who they are.
Right.
Hmm.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right about taking the criticism because, girl, I'll admit I'd be sensitive. I'd be like, girl, I don't want to hear it. I failed today, girl. I don't want to hear it. I failed. I don't want to hear it. But I gotta get out of that. I gotta get
It's
out of that.
okay. It's okay to fail because each failure will push you closer to that one time where you're like, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to stick to it. It's going to
Mm,
happen. And when I told you, when it clicks here, then it clicks here. You're going to be like, I got to do this. I
yeah.
want to do
Yeah.
this. And then before you know it, because you want to do it, you're going to start feeling the changes in your body. And when you
Mm,
start feeling it, Shannon's going to see it first, Cleo, because he
mm-hmm.
goes to sleep and wakes up and sees you. And
Mm-hmm.
Cleo's going to see it, Shannon, when you do it
Hmm.
because the same vice versa. You're
Right.
not going to see the change in yourself.
Hmm. Yeah.
Your significant other's going to see it before you see it. Stick with
Mm-hmm.
it.
True. True.
Stick with it.
Okay, I think we're gonna just do one more question, and the question I want to ask you is, what do you want? What do you hope your story does? When you share your journey, even people listening to this, what do you hope your story does for the person listening to it and watching you?
I want my story to encourage somebody not to give up. I want my story to be heard that the journey you take is not like somebody else's journey. Every journey is like a snowflake.
Yeah.
The point is, do not give up and align yourself, connect yourself with somebody who wants the best for you. Because if you don't connect yourself with somebody who wants the best for you, you're going to sabotage yourself.
Mm,
And then they're going to sabotage you too. So find somebody who you trust and be ready for the criticism and know that it hurts, but it's going to help you.
mm,
Okay. And I just want to encourage people not to give up because it's not easy.
yeah.
It's not.
No,
hmm
it's
And
not.
on those, and I said that was the last question, and it
Come on. I did it
bonus
again.
bonus.
It's okay.
On the days when it is hard, what what makes you see it through? Like, what makes you? Is it just simple as you just show up? You just say fuck, get your fucking ass out the bed. Like, what do you do on those days?
I have those days. I have a day where I don't want to go to the gym and I
Mm-hmm.
will sit and, or I'll go to Walmart and get me some cupcakes and just sit and eat it. And I'm going to give myself this time. All right, guess what? You're going to spend 2 hours doing cardio. Break it up however you want to. You can do a dance class and a spin, but you're going to pay for it.
Mm,
And so enjoy it now. I think, I wasn't sure if it was Beyonce or Meg, but when you're in something, all right, you get 48 hours of attention, and then that's it. I give
mm,
myself that day. I wake up tomorrow, it's a brand new day. We're back on track. Let's do this.
mm.
You got to give yourself
Love that.
grace.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace.
All right. Well, Lorenzo, thank you so much. I think that's a great place to end. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, everyone.
Yes.
But kick yourself in the ass too. Thank you so much for being here on the podcast today. Really, really great to have you. But also, just more importantly, it's just you have been so supportive since the get go. Like vocalizing your support and letting us know that you're rooting for us and enjoying the podcast. So we really, really appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
I
Yes.
Yeah.
um I love what you guys are doing, and you guys are long-term goals from podcast to marriage. you put it out there that it can be done. You're talking about subjects that are relevant, even
Okay.
uncomfortable. I love it because
Mhm.
we need to get out of being afraid to talk about uncomfortable things. I love it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off, but we're gonna stay. But we're gonna stay on. But we're gonna sign off, y'all who watching and listening. We see y'all later. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. We'll see y'all next time. But what I wanted to say though, before I forgot, is please subscribe. Please follow on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, like on YouTube, listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and subscribe. Don't just listen if you're on something, or watch. You need to subscribe too. And if you feel so inclined, share it. Share the podcast. Tell them like,
Yes.
oh, girl, go to minute 30 if you don't want to listen to the whole thing. That's where the funny part is, because you know what, that little fast forward probably counts as a listen. So just tell them what the good parts are, girl. Go to 20 moment 20 minute 20 minute 30 minute 40, girl, whatever you gotta do. Tell them, share the goodness, share the good word of the podcast, because
Yes.
listen, the subscribers have gone up.
Yeah.
Thank you, but girl, we still not even breaking 100 yet. We're not breaking 100.
It's gonna get there.
It's okay. Now the listens are high. I will say to y'all, some of y'all, you're clearly sharing it, or you're listening to it on repeat. It's playing well. Like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But I just think that's just because we have some really great listeners. And so I appreciate that.
Yes.
But we, hey, let's share the wealth.
Share the love. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Instagram as well. Instagram
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Becky says hello. Okay. And don't forget, come up with a name for
For
our supporters and fans and
Okay.
listeners.
Yes.
Look, I'm looking at
Let
the
us
name
know.
now. Like, what could it be? The TGPs for two grooms in a pod. TGPs. Hey, TGPs.
Somebody's gonna think of something really cool.
The twooms. The twooms.
Roomettes.
I don't know. Somebody's gonna. You're right. Someone will do it. Someone will save us from ourselves. Okay. Thank y'all so much.